Hello and welcome to a review of the Enermax ETS t40fit CPU cooler. We're going to unbox it and try it, install it, and hopefully we'll be able to lower the temperature of our Intel 2500K processor, which has been running really hot lately because I've been doing some video processing, and that actually heats up quite a lot your processor. I chose this cooler because it's not, well, it's actually really cheap. It's about 40 euro. It has a pretty high airflow, so it moves lots of air. It's not extremely heavy, not extremely light. It's around 500 grams, so heavy enough to have to take your motherboard out of your case, take all the cards out and then place it. We're gonna do all that. So let's start the unboxing. Need a card or something to be able to open this without damaging anything else. We're gonna try that right now. I'll probably speed this up during processing, so you don't have to wait. So there we are. This is what it looks like from this side. What's the best way? Like this, I guess. Actually pretty tidy. We have a little box here. We have a book with instructions which we'll have to read really carefully. And this is the cooler itself, which is this is not a part of the system. Alright, so what do we see? A loose cable. I don't know what that is for. We'll look it up. We have a connector cable for power. We have pretty nice fins, black aluminum, copper lines, and the lines are all in contact with the processor. So these tubes, these copper tubes, are in contact with the processor while you put it in, which is supposed to be better, and it's actually quite logical. It should work better because it is in contact with the processor and it will dissipate the heat faster towards the fans, which are it's good. Looks a lot better than the stock cooler. Not too this looks actually quite professional. Don't have to clamp it on, don't have to do anything else on it, which is really good. So we're gonna put this right here, and we're gonna open up this box, which contains all this stuff that actually we would like not to have to use. I would just like to just take the other cooler off and just put this other cooler on, and that's it. But that's just not possible with the current technology. We have two extra brackets. I suspect these are to mount an extra cooler if necessary, because you can put another cooler on this side, but I just want to lower the temperature about like 10 degrees. That would be great, like around running on load, like around 60. If we can make that, then we'll just leave it like that, and we're just gonna leave it with one fan. I hope we can do it. We have thermal grease, important, because it is actually quite nerve-wracking to have to take the old thermal grease off and apply new one, and then it has to go really well. We'll see how that goes. Shouldn't be a problem though. Then we have some plates. This is a back plate, and it feels like it's kind of plasticky but hard. I think it would break if I apply too much power on it. And lots of brackets that help the cooler connect to the bracket and to the motherboard. We'll have to see how that goes, because I don't see much of a space to screw something on here, which is good. Alright, so those are all the parts, nothing else in the box. Brackets for an extra fan. Oh, and there are some extra screws as well, so I'm sure this is for an extra fan. Some thermal grease, lots of screws, some of them with a little suspension. Lots of these metal brackets. We will have to see what we have to use. Remember, we are using a 2500K Intel processor, So we have to look up which is the right one. Let's go to the next step. I'm going to try and show you why I came to the decision to buy a new cooler and remove the stock cooler. It's because these temperatures, as you can see, they go, well, in this case, somewhere around 70, but I've seen tops of around 74 degrees. And hopefully, after we install our new cooler, it will be around 60 to 65, maybe even less. That would be great. So we can just leave the computer working on video and just leave the house without having to worry about cooking my processor. So that's the reason. Stay tuned. So we got the bracket, we got 4 screws, we got 4 pieces of Then we're going to need this, and this say that the arrow, and you can see, well, I don't know if you can see it, but there is an arrow here and it has to point towards the processor. So we're going to put the bracket on. It's good. One. Second bracket. Piece of cake. Remove the fan brackets before connecting, before installing the fan, the cooler itself. So easy. Apply thermal grease. Apply thermal grease. So we put the cooler on top of the processor with applying some pressure, and then we secure this little piece in between, and I haven't screwed these little two metal pieces shut, but that's probably the next step. I'm gonna check that out now. So we're almost done. So I think I have connected everything which was necessary. All the cables, or the fans, the drives, video card, everything is connected. Oh, I'm so happy I didn't have to fiddle with the LED connectors. So we're gonna go on and turn the monster on. So the installation has been completed, the PC has been turned on, and this is the leftovers. Now I know what this little cable is for. If you want this Enermax ETS t40fit to run lower, to make a little less sound, then you install this in between, and it will lower the RPM of your fans. So we're gonna keep these little things. I don't know why they're for AMD, but you never know. Bracket for the extra fan. Throw this away. Check where to throw this away. This is a chemical product, I think. I don't know if it's wise to just throw it out like any other thing. So make sure you do that safely. One day later, and we check our temperatures with our new cooler, the Enermax ETS t40fit, and what we see is that we not only have gained 10 degrees, not only 20, but even 35 degrees. We are running a lot cooler. Even you can see that the processor is at 100% load at this moment. Is processing a video, rendering, and that actually is working really well. So we should be really happy with what we accomplished. Thank you for your time. I hope you can help and give me some tips on the video. Thank you. Bye.